That way! No, that way!
Hello, my name is Xetanth87. I've created a program called the Campaign Splitter, which allows you to play custom campaigns in co-op with your friends using the Archon Mode feature. Now I'm going to show you how you can use it to play almost any Warcraft 3 custom campaign in co-op. All players should download my Campaign Splitter, but only the host of the lobby is actually required to do so. In Warcraft 3 multiplayer, lobby maps are shared through Blizzard servers, and if the map didn't have enough time to reach the server, the other players will be kicked out of the lobby. If all players split the maps, they can enter the lobby without needing to wait for the map to download. The Campaign Splitter requires Java runtime environment, so if you can't open it, please watch a tutorial on how to install JDK. The host needs to place the campaign file in a subdirectory of the documents/warcraft3/maps folder. The other players can place the campaign file in any folder they want. All players need to click the Open button and select the campaign they want to split. Every player needs to select the same number of players from the Campaign Splitter interface. You can add as many slots as you want, provided the maps have enough unused slots. Players who are not the host need to turn on the Extract to Download folder option. Before splitting, make sure that all players select the exact same options on the interface, except for the Extract to Download folder option. Every player needs to click the Split button and wait for the campaign to be split into separate maps. For the host, a folder with the same name as the campaign is created, containing the extracted maps, while for the others, the maps will be sent to their documents/warcraft3/maps/download folder. When the splitting has finished, players can close the program and open Warcraft 3. The host needs to go into custom games and create a lobby using a map from the campaign, and the others will be able to join it. If a player is kicked automatically from the lobby, it means that either they don't have the map or their map is different from the map the host has. One player is the main player, represented by the color blue in the lobby. Secondary players appear as yellow in the lobby and can use the main player's units during gameplay. Here are some of the features of Archon Mode. I've recreated game caches in a way that works in multiplayer. This makes it possible for heroes and other saved data to be transferred between maps. The data is saved and loaded automatically without needing to input codes manually. During gameplay, cached data from previous maps such as heroes and their items is loaded from all players' computers. If the saved data differs, it will cause a desync, and some players will be kicked from the game. If a desync like this happens, one player needs to share their saved data from the current campaign with the other players. To do this, go to documents/warcraft3/custom map data/Xetanth87 campaign splitter. Find the folder for the current campaign you are playing, archive it, and then give it to the other players. After they've replaced their folder with the one you gave them, you will be able to play together again. You only need to do this when there's a mismatch between the player's cached data, which is very rare. It's worth noting that the host doesn't necessarily have to be the main player. The only difference between the main player and the others is that the main player is the owner of the units. All players can see and interact the same way with the game world. They can control the same units, can see the same cinematics, and can click dialogue buttons the same way the main player can. All players have the exact same resources, food, and upkeep. In-game, each player has their own color, making pings and chat distinct. When a player selects a unit, a transparent player-colored arrow appears above that unit to tell others that the unit is selected by them. When multiple players select the same unit, two arrows will appear, combining their colors and making them more opaque. These selection arrows can be turned off in the campaign splitter options, but I recommend keeping them turned on for clarity. Submaps have been implemented into the campaign splitter, allowing campaigns like the Founding of Durotar to be played in co-op. Here is how submaps are handled. Whenever you reach a map transition, the game will ask you to save and either create or load a game. One of the players needs to save the game at this exact point. In Warcraft 3 multiplayer, each player has only one save per session, so be sure that at least one player has a save available. Save the game with a name that represents the current map, and then exit the map. If you are going to a new map, create a game from that map. I recommend that you use the same lobby name as you used for the previous map. If you are going to a map you have been to before, load a save in multiplayer. The heroes load properly and you can continue playing. You need to do this every time you reach a submap transition. If you want a taste of Archon Mode without downloading the campaign splitter, you should try my co-op version of the Rexar campaign, The Founding of Durotar. I've used my splitter to create it and the maps are posted already split. You can support this project by donating using the links in the description or by subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you have a question, an issue, or want to give me feedback about Archon Mode, you can ask me in my Discord server in the Campaign Splitter channel. Thanks for watching and have fun playing custom campaigns with your friends.